Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. I can see how it might be possible for a man to look down upon the earth and be an atheist, but I cannot conceive how a man could look up into the heavens and say there is no God. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. Elections belong to the people, it's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts and beer. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. When I get ready to talk to people, I spend 2/3 of the time thinking what they want to hear and 1/3 thinking about what I want to say. 77 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. Die when I may, I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. The best way to predict your future is to create it. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation is the philosophy of government in the next.